I would like to acknowledge the Yugara peoples as the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which I live and I work. I would also like to pay respect to elders past, present, and future, and extend that respect to any Indigenous Australians who may be listening. It is with this acknowledgement of country that I must now also acknowledge my position in community. As a person who generates their environment and engages at the level of individual, family, city, and country. Well, you see, I am an educational leader. My workplace is an outside school hours care, and my role is to the children and families who use our services every day. I am responsible for the space in which our children grow and develop their sense of self and who they are for their community. So when the question is asked, to what degree I think my local environments value Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cultures and country, I am embarrassed to say the answer is not at all. The reason for this is that for all of the walls we have to hold us closer, for all the space we have to foster and cultivate inquiry and connection, just half a wall, a work in progress, is dedicated to a marginalized culture. Indeed, it sits in the margins of another project, another innovation, a created space for new media and technology. So how did I get here? I am not unique, and nor is my thinking. I am held by the same superstitions that shape a lot of Australian perceptions of country and people, and it is fair to say I was disconnected, apathetic, a person who celebrates diversity to fill a quota, to tick a box and to receive a pat on the head from upper management. Yes, I had the understanding, but did I have the empathy? I knew the numbers, the statistics. I experienced the heartache a family must endure when a young man fresh out of high school and new to fatherhood chooses to take his own life. The fact he happened to also be a young Indigenous Australian man was a blind spot. It was an ignorance that allowed me to paint him as a coward and to grieve more for his daughter and my cousin than to really begin to grapple with the uncomfortable realities and disproportionate barriers faced by a community that lead to these sorry outcomes being played out again and again. But being aware of societal imbalance is inauthentic until you actually take the time to get to know yourself. For me personally, getting clear that my experience of reality exists entirely within the realm of privilege, I can't help but see that reflected in the environment that I am instrumental in providing for others. Relationships and community are static unless those who participate choose to shape it and lead it from within. So a declaration. This is it, and it's perfect. Who I am for myself, for my community, for my children and their families, for the diverse cultures and backgrounds that define our nation, is a possibility of love, power, connection, and country. Who I get to be for others within this possibility, I am not yet sure. But a first step is taken. I now have ownership of my environment, and I get to begin to shape it with help from you listening in a way where we are all represented, we are all heard, and we are all valued.